Welcome back to the RGE Limited boardroom. Lock the doors, turn off your smartwatches, and instruct your assistants to hold all calls. We aren't here to celebrate today. We're here to conduct a forensic autopsy on a half-billion-shilling fumble. If you think catching a corporate giant stealing your intellectual property is the hard part, you haven't been paying attention. Today, we are dissecting the August 2025 High Court judgment in Digicom International Limited and Azam Media Limited. It is a brutal masterclass in how a single typo and a missing staple can cost you an empire. Here is your high society briefing on the 14-second trap and the phantom contract, served with the signature Oksana Ryabets edge. The scene: the 500 million shilling movie deal. Digicom owned the copyright to a movie called Kiza Part 1 and Part 2. They were about to license this film to a company called Pinda Limited for the East African region, a deal supposedly worth a staggering Tanzania shillings 502 million. But in August 2023, Azam Media allegedly aired the movie on their Cinema Z2 channel without permission. When Pinda Limited saw the broadcast, they cancelled their massive contract with Digicom. Furious, Digicom sued Azam for copyright infringement, demanding Tanzania shillings 525 million in specific and punitive damages, plus the profits Azam made from the broadcast. Maneuver number 1: the 14-second smoking gun. Azam Media tried to play the classic quote mistaken identity defense. They claimed they had a valid license for a completely different movie that just happened to also be called Kiza, produced by Kems Production. But Digicom's lawyers came armed with digital receipts. They pulled a 14-second promotional trailer directly from Azam's own Instagram page. Azam tried to argue that a short trailer wasn't enough to prove the whole movie was broadcast. The boardroom verdict. The judge, Honorable Mtembwa, dropped a legendary intellectual property maxim, quote, "What is worth copying is worth protecting." The court ruled that even a 14-second clip showing the actors, sound, and settings was enough to constitute a substantial broadcast and prove infringement. Maneuver number 2: the evidentiary shift. Call their bluff. Once Digicom showed the Instagram video, the burden of proof shifted to Azam. If Azam really aired Kems Productions' Kiza and not Digicom's Kiza, all they had to do was bring the actual video file to court or call Kems Production to testify. They did neither. In this boardroom, if you hide the evidence, the judge assumes you are guilty. The court ruled Azam failed to discharge their burden of proof and declared them guilty of copyright infringement. The fatal error. The pleading paradox strikes again. Digicom proved the theft. They should get their 525 million shillings, right? Wrong. This is where Digicom's legal team walked into a propeller. When Digicom tried to prove their specific damages, they submitted two key documents. The first one, the content license agreement with Pinda Limited, dated August 5th, 2023. And the second was the cancellation letter from Pinda Limited, dated October 26th, 2023. But the judge actually read the fine print. The cancellation letter explicitly referenced a contract executed in June 2023, not August. To make matters worse, Digicom forgot to attach the actual list of the 201 movies to the contract, so the judge couldn't even verify if Kiza was part of the deal. The court's response. The judge bluntly stated, quote, "I cannot act on unknown facts." Because the dates didn't match and the annexures were missing, the claim for Tanzania shillings 525 million was entirely dismissed. My final takeaways. Digicom didn't leave empty-handed. Because they proved the infringement, the court awarded them Tanzania shillings 100 million in general damages. But they left hundreds of millions on the table. Here are your boardroom rules of engagement. Audit your paperwork. If your cancellation letter references a June contract, you better submit a June contract. A judge will not connect the dots for you if your dates are a mess. Secondly, annexures are not optional. A contract without its defining schedule, like a list of assets or movies, is considered incomplete. Never walk into court missing a staple. Third, general damages are a consolation prize. General damages are what you get when the judge pities you. Specific damages, the real wealth, require forensic, undeniable proof. In the RGE Limited boardroom, we don't do sloppy paperwork. If we sue for $500 million, our dates match, our annexures are bound in leather, and our specific damages are bulletproof. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go audit the dates on our latest licensing agreements. I have no interest in losing an empire over a clerical error.